Yeah, this one has enveloped the brick pretty good. This would definitely ruin a chainsaw saw if you just wanted to cut it down. So in the campsite a little bit, there's a dead tree, and it stands tall because I guess the brick was piled up that high. That's like 20 feet in the air that they have that brick. I couldn't, I mean, I guess maybe it's a novelty now, but yeah, they could just pull the brick out and then cut the tree. Instead, they keep the dead trees standing with the brick inside as a display. Yeah, this tree's almost fully enveloped, but not quite. They just can't quite get around it. And the brick is actually leaning. It's slanted to the right, as indicated by the lines. But yeah, that's almost a fully enclosed tree around that brick. Yeah, this is a big project. It's just circling around this park, and I'm almost back to my car. There's another spot. It's got kind of wood chips towards the bottom of this, like something is digging in there, making a home in between the bricks and the tree. Also, you got some more brick here that's almost enclosing. It looks fairly young too, like it's a recent project. It's hard to say. Yeah, it's all targeting only the pines. These pines may not be natural for this area. Maybe somebody didn't like this type of pine tree. It's the type of pine you see more in the Rocky Mountains. And maybe somebody was trying to protect them. Yeah, coming up, my car is right here. I've been parked next to this one, and I wouldn't know it unless I walked to this other side. It's a fairly significant amount of, oh, they got wood. They put wood pieces in here, nails, brick, even some of that steel webbing stuff. It looks so old. It's hard to. It's twisted out of shape of what it was originally. And there's just a little peak of brick here, almost fully enclosed. That actually might fully enclose if you give it another 20 years or so, I suppose. Alright, I get a little too lazy sometimes. I didn't roll up the windows, and that's a lot out of laziness. That means that it takes longer for this to get to the boiling point. Which, okay, it's boiling now. Eggs, chicken, spinach, rice, and chicken, and carrots. I mean, okay, well, it's at a bit of a boiling point. That's a good sign. It's so hot out that I don't see an immediate need for the windows to go up. Mosquitoes are kind of bad out here, so I gotta keep moving to keep them off me. So the spider may have caught a few mosquitoes overnight. It also caught a dragonfly. I actually pulled it out. It was sticking out of the bottom of that little space between the, I don't know, plastic and the mirror, because the spider couldn't drag it all the way inside because it was too big. It was a young looking dragonfly. I'm not too happy about it killing dragonflies. It can catch dragonflies in its web. I'd rather have it focus on mosquitoes, but I mean, a spider is a killer, and it'll kill anything. So I mean, I guess that's just an unexpected thing, because I expect dragonflies to also catch mosquitoes too. Alright, in the Marinette. Okay. John Hubley. Alright. Oh, it's cooler. All right. So in hot places like this that are just too busy, I'm turning away from putting things on top of my roof. Just so to try to avoid attention and keeping the windows open instead more so. I'd really like to have the backside open. But yeah, when I open up these windows, it's kind of maybe drawing a little attention. People might want to look at what they can steal. Tell you what, I got quite a few mosquitoes that bit me overnight. I think I got bit 5 times by mosquitoes last night because I keep finding them. I just found another one like 10 minutes ago inside, killed it, and it was full of blood. So they're getting really bad around here this time of year. Never seen a sign like that before. Crossing the bridge into, I think this goes into Michigan. This is a river, or maybe there's another river. So I'm still in Wisconsin. This is the Welcome to Wisconsin sign. Just gotta cross the river to see Michigan. Alright, next to the library, which is very nice and not used a whole lot by many people. I think I want to come back tomorrow too. It's just so peaceful in there because there's so few people. Next to the library is the Welcome Center. What I find interesting though here is that along this river they got a little bit of a sidewalk, and then this looks like they weren't sure if the bridge makers weren't sure if there was going to be a sidewalk laid down here at all. So they just decided to make a sidewalk just in case that idea was to come about later, because they just didn't seem to be sure of it. But they never did make a sidewalk, because this really doesn't go anywhere anyway. But they spent the money. Okay, I just find that amusing that they spent the money for a sidewalk under here that really they weren't, they just weren't sure if they're going to do anything with any kind of sidewalking. And I mean, because it's such a dead end over this way and private property fenced off, they couldn't have gone through with it. So now we got this partial sidewalk just only under the bridge. I've never seen anything like, I've seen sidewalks under bridges before, but not partially built ones like this. I just find it interesting. We do random inspections of beverage containers brought into our store, bringing in beverage containers from out of state in which no deposit was paid in Michigan for the purpose of collecting a deposit of the containers is a felony. Wow. It's supposed to be closed right now. So last night I was experiencing some weird anxiety over the night. I mean, I think it's the environment that's causing some weird effects on me. I mean, there's different rock structures and soil, and the energies they put out are pulling my body in different ways. Get a little sick feeling every so often, and then it comes and goes. the whole east portion of Wisconsin, it's just been giving me a sick feeling. But I mean, I also question if it's just me. Never experienced such a nasty sick feeling though. I'm in Michigan. I'm gonna return to Wisconsin, go back to that library. It's just a matter of crossing the Menominee River. Menominee wastewater treatment plant over here. I was a little nervous about sleeping over here. It looks like there used to be a big building here, and this is the parking lot for it, which I could probably sleep at. I don't smell anything from the wastewater place, and there's no overnight parking signs here. It's more a concern about feeding pigeons. But I had no problem sleeping right in front of the grocery store, but I probably could just sleep over here too. They got this wastewater treatment plant's got domes over its sewage. I think that's a good sign. Now I saw this spot on the map, and yeah, they got handicap parking, and it's kind of old. It looks kind of fresh, like they just pulled this building out and they totally demolished it. There's absolutely no sign of the layout or anything. It's just they demolished this building and then put gravel in. That's how it looks on the Google Maps, and that's what makes it look so curious. What was this building? It could be a Walmart. I mean, the way these handicap spots are set up, the style and all that, you gotta kind of look at the parking lot style. This Walmart has its own style. Would there have been a Walmart here? It's just hard to tell. I mean, I can look at old pictures, possibly, but that's only top down. Man, it's like 5 years ago, I would know that building would probably be here 5 years ago. It looks like it was a double door. Handicap is over there, and then there's handicap over here, and they actually gutted the signs. This left the signs standing over there. See, this arrow would tell me Walmart. The handicap would say it's double door, like as a super Walmart. Look at that. This gravel has got a temporary fence around it. That's kind of rare and weird. But it was used to cover the spot where this store was. What signs could I look for to determine what was here? Clearly, it was some kind of a big department store that was located here. Parking wraps around. I mean, it reminds me, the arrows, the painting for the parking lot reminds me of Walmart. Makes me think of Walmart. I'm not sure yet though. Yeah, they had some kind of a garden center here, as indicated by the gravel and the parking lots. They're very careful not to put any gravel on the old parking lots. And look at this, it indents in. So this section right here would have been for like a garden center of some kind, which is indicative of a Walmart. I can't quite tell. I could see that the lights, you got these individual lights for the parking lot. Okay, I didn't even notice if they turned on at night last night. But they got lights on top of the lights to shine on the store sign, which I find interesting. I don't recall Walmart ever really doing that. Lights on top of the light to shine on the store. Walmart doesn't really light up their store like that. But I mean, this store clearly had a section for like an outdoor section for shopping. If I could see lines, if they had maybe an automotive section, oil change and tire change. I don't really see that here. It's hard to tell. The thing that makes me think it's probably not Walmart is that the store would be way too close to the road. There's a campground behind here next to the sewage. But it's like, I don't, I don't know. Well, no, Walmart would have a road. This would be a road dedicated just for Walmart. Thing is, what are these building? It looks like they had like some kind of buildings, two buildings, small sheds behind the place. Oh yeah, they pulled the electrical thing. I doubt they label that though. It was a big department store of some kind that they just totally gutted out. They didn't even wanna. It must have been just uh, in such bad shape they couldn't move anything else in. And then the Walmart or the department store, it can be close to buildings. Yeah, it would be able to set up in a spot like this, I suppose. Alright, I'm back at this library. It's supposed to be 85 back in Wisconsin. Got a strategy here. I backed into the stall. I got the bicycle off. I'm already just getting ready for the hot day. 85, over 100 in the car. Got the doors just slightly ajar and the back slightly ajar. When I'm inside here, I think I'd like to have peanut jars holding it open a little bit. But I'm not inside, then not so much.
Hi, hello.
Free?
Are you here to see the museum?
Only if it's free.
Well, it's by donation.
Oh no, I won't be donating anything.
Would you like to sign in?
Oh yeah, I can after.
Anyway, promote it if you
This is the most extensive wooden chain I've ever seen. With a cup on the end. Jeez, that guy was busy. They had a problem with multiple companies lumbering the area, and so identification became more important. Can I help you?
No, can I help you?
Well, maybe we can help each other.
Hey, okay.
You help? Huh?
You got your tag?
What?
You got your tag?
What tag?
That you need to be in here?
There's a tag?
It's $5.
I'm not paying that. Where's your tag?
Huh? On the side of my truck.
You have a tag? That doesn't sound like a tag. Alright, I believe I'm in Pembine, Wisconsin. Pembine, there's some gnats, horseflies, mosquitoes. I don't know which one's gonna get me. I recognize this as one of those fireman competition setups, because I remember seeing that as a kid in Hagen, Wisconsin. It was quite the event, but they'd hold it on the streets downtown, and they'd have to take it down when they're not using it. But here, they got more of a permanent setup, I'm guessing. Yeah, I just got attacked by something big. Wow. So it's gnats, mosquitoes, horseflies, and right now it seems gnats are most visible. It's August 1st and I'm getting attacked by gnats, so they're not a springtime insect around here. They have quite a number, and I'm feeling them pecking against my face, trying to find a perfect spot to bite. I get the feeling that gnats are so simple-minded that they need the sun on their backs. Like, they freak out when they go in my car and become easy to kill, unlike mosquitoes and flies. Horseflies become easier to kill in my car. Horseflies and gnats, not mosquitoes and regular flies. But under the shelter, also I think that gnats might have a little bit of a scare, and they try to stay out of these enclosed areas. So apparently when I want to put this camera anywhere I want, all I need is a little tack. That could barely be seen, it's so rusty. But it just holds. All I need to do if I'm in a forest or something is just have a tack on me, and I can use the magnet and attach it anywhere. So in my travels, 12 years, I've picked up 3 multi-tools and never had to pay for a single one because I've found them. Found the first one with the knife out, stuck in a log, and I'm like, thank you. Second time, I found it on the side of the road, I think in front of kind of somebody's house, and I was like, thank you. And then this third time, I found it like on a fishing pier, and I'm like, thank you. But yeah, the first 2, I think they broke in some way, so these things can break, need to be replaced. Well, despite being kicked out of that waterfall area that cost $5 for parking, and I needed to show a tag or whatever, It's nice that I was able to move over to Pembine and use some bathrooms to wash my clothes. So they were very dirty. It's nice to get back into that, washing my clothes and trying to wash them on a more regular basis. Because the water was very dirty on the first 10 rinses. Alright, I've been sipping away at this tap water, and so far it's been pretty good, so I'm filling up a gallon. Up further north, the warnings are in Michigan about bad water, but I know it's been over an hour now since I've sipped away at the tap water, and it seems okay. So I'll take my chances again. I'll start taking my chances. I felt like the southeast part of Wisconsin was sketchy anyway. Should get better up here. So I had that issue. I left the park early and had an issue with some dude who didn't like me at the park. 2 parks in a row. I get kicked out for not paying $5, and then the other guy just didn't like me. The library's two miles away. It's open for another 4 hours. I think I'd like to go over there. Just gotta get back on this highway. It looks tough. Okay. Yeah, don't look like a retriever dog.
Oh, come on. You two on this?
Well, too.
Come on, guys. Oh, I know. You guys left to say hi. Down.
Alright, I'll be doing a little suffering here, but I'm staying here. I am not moving today because it's supposed to be in the 90s, and we got morning shade like this, but I'll get evening shade, afternoon shade, completely opposite today. I don't know how popular that spot's gonna be for other people, but I'm identifying it as a good spot. I could move over even more. I should. That way I'm actually in the shade quicker, sooner. In Iron Mountain Park. Now I'm on a mission to find bathrooms. Alright, doing a shade check. It's 11:42, and just a little bit of shade is touching the corner of my car. So it's gonna be at least another hour before it fully covers. But it's on its way to cover my car, and that'll be good relief. So as the shade is slowly covering my car, I come down here to use the bathroom, which is over here. Check out the shelter. They look like they got electrical outlets, but I don't know if it has electricity. There's also a goose pen or a deer pen. There are deer trapped in the pen. And by its concern about me, I get the impression it doesn't see many people that come over here. There's a big old pen, mostly full of goose, and with a few deer that somehow got inside, next to the shelter, which is likely reserved for parties, children's playground. There's a lot of lumber, big thick lumber buildings, skate park. It's kind of a nice park. I just can't wait for that shade to cover my car. It's the only thing I look forward to today on a 90-degree day.